Hello students, welcome back. So last time when we met, we were doing our English grammar. Do you remember what we were doing? Yes, we were doing nouns and kinds of nouns. Okay, now let's recollect. Okay, let's refresh ourselves what we mean by nouns and what are the different kinds of nouns that we have learned so far. Okay, so we learned nouns. What are nouns? What is a noun? A noun is a naming word. It is the name of a person, place, animal, thing, idea, or emotion. You hope you remember that. I hope you remember your game, naming word, naming game. Yeah, so that is noun. For example, Mona, name of a person. Garden, it's a place. Sand, it's a thing. Rabbit, it's animal. Honesty, it's a quality, right? Yeah, and we learned about three kinds of nouns, right? Which are they? Proper nouns, common nouns, and collective nouns, right? So we learned three kinds of nouns. Now what are proper nouns? Proper nouns are the names of particular persons, places, and things. They always begin with a capital letter. So they are very easy to identify, isn't it? They always begin with a capital letter, right? So it is their identity, isn't it? Then what do you mean by common nouns? Common nouns are the names given in common to persons, places, animals, or things of same kind. Okay, so they are common nouns. And what are collective nouns? Collective nouns are the names of persons, animals, or things that indicate a group, right? So these are the three kinds of nouns we have learned so far. Okay, now today in our today's class, we are going to learn few more kinds of nouns. Now let's see what are they. Okay, so in front of you, you can see few words written there. Can you read it? Is it possible for you? Okay, just read with me then. The first word is wisdom, then bravery, humor, pride. Just repeat. Wisdom, bravery, humor, pride. Now these words which you can see here, can you touch them? Can you touch wisdom, bravery, humor, pride? No? Okay, then can you smell them? Can you smell any of these words? No? Okay, then can you see any of them? Can you point out and say, yeah, this is wisdom, this is bravery? No. Can you see them? No. Can you taste them? No. Can you smell, touch? No. Right? So the answer is no. So these types of words, they are also nouns. But which type of nouns? They are abstract nouns. What they are? Abstract nouns. So we can say that nouns that name ideas, qualities, and feelings are called abstract nouns. So the words which we saw, wisdom, bravery, humor, pride, okay, they were the ideas, they are the qualities, feelings, Okay, so these types of words which we cannot touch, smell, taste, they are called as abstract nouns. Here in example we can see the first one. We should show kindness to animals. We should show kindness to animals. Now in this sentence, what do you think? Which one is the abstract noun? Yes, kindness. Right? It's an idea, it's a quality. The second one, honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy. Now in this sentence, which word? Honesty, right? Yeah. Then the third one, Hari is known for his strength. Hari is known for his strength. Now here which word? Strength, right? Again this is a quality. Then the fourth one, Anu's bravery brought her success. Anu's bravery brought her success. Which word can you point out here as an abstract noun? Correct. Bravery. Isn't it? The word bravery here is the abstract noun. Isn't it? Yeah. So that is the abstract nouns for us. Now, let's see one more kind of noun. Okay. So we'll just go ahead with one more type of noun. Can you see here? Okay. Now, before we go ahead with another noun, I have few things to tell you. Now, abstract nouns, they can also be formed from adjectives. Now, what that means? Okay, now abstract nouns. Now, there are some adjectives which you can change them into a abstract nouns. So, here you can see in front of you abstract nouns that can be formed from adjective. So, the word here, young, okay, it's adjectives, right? Okay, now from young, you can get the abstract noun, youth. Same way, strong is an adjective. From strong, you get the abstract noun called strength. Then brave, again it's an adjective. And what's abstract noun you will get from it? Bravery, right? Okay. Now we are able to form abstract noun with adjectives. Same way, we can form abstract nouns from verbs too. Okay. For example, here, free. It's a verb, right? Action word. Free. From free, what you can make? Freedom. Then laugh, laughter. Invent, invention. Okay. So, in this way, you can form the abstract nouns with the help of adjectives and verbs too. Okay. Now, let's move ahead with some more words. Okay. Here you can see in front of you. Okay. Now, just again you have to read with me. Okay. The first word goes as gold, wheat, steel, cement. So just read again. Gold, wheat, steel, cement. Okay. Now these four words, can you see them? Of course, yes, right? We can see the gold, wheat, steel and cement too. Can you touch them? Yes, we can. Okay, then can you okay, so you can see them, you can touch them, you can smell them also, right? Yeah. So these words which you have seen now here, right? What are they? They are some things, right? We make something out of them, isn't it? So what we make out of them? Out of gold, We can make jewelries out of wheat. Yeah, your chapatis, rotis. Then steel, you can use for making utensils. Yes, and cement for building purposes, isn't it? So these are the things which we can use for making some other thing, right? So they are some materials. We can call them as materials. So you can say these are actually material nouns. Okay, what are they? They are the material nouns. Now what is material noun? Yeah, a material noun is something we can see and touch, right? What are material nouns? A material noun is something we can see and touch. Okay, now in material nouns, actually they can be experienced through any of our sense organs. 5 sense organs we have, right? Which means that it can be seen, touched, felt, tasted, or you can smell also, or you can hear them also, right? So they are called as material noun. So you can say it may be a substance, a material, an ingredient used for making things, and it can also be an article of food or drink, right? So that are material nouns. Here you can see the example, okay, of material nouns. The first one, Anil's chain is made of gold. Here, now Anil's chain is made of something. What is that? Gold. So here the word gold, you can call it as a material noun. The second one, this sweater is made of pure wool. Now your sweater is made of something. What is that? Wool, right? So here you can say wool is a material noun. Then furniture is made from wood. So the furniture is made from what? Wood. So wood is a material noun. Then the fourth sentence, his daily diet consists of wheat and rice. Okay, so his daily diet consists of wheat and rice, right? So again these two are some ingredients, wheat and rice. So they are the material nouns. Hope it is clear. Okay, now we'll move on to one more kind of noun. Okay, you can classify them into two types here. Actually the noun can be classified here into two kinds of nouns. Now what are they? Now I want you to just look at these pictures. Can you see them? Two pictures are there. The first one is of apple, right? And the next one, it's a jar of sugar, right? You can see there, it's a sugar, it's a jar. Sugar is there in the jar. Now here, can you count apple? Yes, of course. You can see here. How many are there? One, right? So you can count them. Now in the next picture, it is the sugar. Can you count sugar? Yes, we can count, right? You can count here. There is one jar of sugar. But can you say one sugar, two sugar, three sugar? No. We have to say either a jar of sugar or 1 kilo of sugar, right? We have to use something else. Not like apple. We can say one apple, two apples, right? You can count apple. You cannot count sugar. But you can count sugar with the help of some measuring unit, isn't it? Okay. Now here one more. What you can see? You can see some bottles. What it is? Ink bottles, right? Okay. And the other picture? It's a deer. Okay. Now ink bottles. Can you count? Of course. There are 3 bottles, right? 3 bottles of ink. But can you say 1 ink, 2 ink, 3 ink? No, we cannot say. Isn't it? What we can say? We have to say 3 bottles of ink, right? So we cannot say 1 ink, 2 ink, but you have to use something to measure it, to count it. So it is bottles, ink bottles. Then the next one is deer. Of course, that you can count it, isn't it? Now one more picture. It is about bunch of grapes. Yeah, and the other picture is of flower, right? Now bunch of grapes. You can count the bunches also, right? You can count them. But what about flower? Can you count? Can you count 1 flower, 2 flower? No, you need something. Again, a measuring unit, a cup of flour or a kilo of flour, half kilo of flour, isn't it? Yeah. Then here one more. You can see a picture of a girl. Yeah, you can count 1 girl, 2, 3 girls. Okay. Then the next one is milk. They are actually the bottles of milk. Can you count milk just like that? Give me 1 milk. No, it will be wrong to say so. So they are bottles. You can see the bottles. So 1 bottle, 2 bottle, and you are able to count them. So here also milk, it's a liquid. You need something to count, right? Either a bottle, glass, or liter of milk, isn't it? Okay. Now these pictures which we saw, we can say that some of them are countable and some are uncountable. So our next kinds of nouns are countable nouns and uncountable nouns, right? So let's see what are countable nouns here. Now countable nouns, what are they? Nouns naming things that can be counted are called countable or count nouns. What are they? Nouns naming things that can be counted are called countable or count nouns. For example, you can say book, you can count pen, horse, classes, rivers. So all these things you can count them. Okay, so we can say that these nouns which we have used here, the countable nouns, book, pen, horse, you can count them, right? Classes, again, you have made it plural, rivers, again. So we can say, we can count them. So countable nouns are actually nouns which have plurals. Class, classes, river, rivers, right? And uncountable nouns, they don't have plurals. So that is a difference again. Countable nouns have plurals, whereas uncountable nouns do not have plurals. And you can also see that most of the common and collective nouns, they have plurals form, right? River, rivers, right? Class, classes, isn't it? So we can just count them. Then the uncountable nouns, what are they? The nouns naming things that cannot be counted are called uncountable or non-count nouns, isn't it? Now example, milk, can you count? No, you need something to count. Sugar, again here you need a measuring unit. Honesty, it's an abstract noun, you cannot count it, right? Gold, again you cannot count it. So you can say here that uncountable nouns cannot be counted but are measured in units. Okay, we cannot say 1 sugar, right? Can you say 1 sugar, 1 milk? No, but we can say 1 kilo of sugar, 1 liter of milk, right? So you can say that these examples, the units of measurings are being counted and not the nouns themselves. Okay, so what are counted? The units are counted, not the nouns. Okay, so here you can find mostly the abstract nouns like the bravery, honesty, right? They are mostly uncountable nouns. So we can use them here as uncountable nouns. So what we have learned? Countable nouns and uncountable nouns, right? And uncountable nouns, they don't have plurals, right? Yeah. So we have learned the countable and uncountable one. Now you can say that we have almost covered our different kinds of nouns. Can you remember them? Do you remember which all nouns we have learned so far? Yes, let's recollect what they are. Yeah, so they are the kinds of nouns. Which are they? Proper nouns, common nouns, collective nouns, abstract nouns, material nouns, and countable and uncountable nouns, right? So we have learned these different kinds of nouns so far. I hope you have followed what I've explained and you are able to understand. Okay, so I hope you will be able to find out the nouns very easily now. Okay, now let's solve one activity here. Okay, so here is activity for you which you are supposed to do, right? Let's start with it. Now here the activity goes like this. Tick the nouns and say what kind of noun it is. So what is our work? We have to first tick the nouns. We have to find out which are the nouns here in the sentence which is given, and then we have to just find out what kind of noun it is. That word it is, that noun is. Shall we start? Okay. The first sentence. Birbal was known for his wisdom. Birbal was known for his wisdom. Yeah. So what is our first work to do? You have to first find out the nouns in this sentence. Can you find out? Yeah. The first one is Birbal and wisdom. Right? They are the nouns. Now what kind of nouns they are? Birbal is the name of one specific person. So what you can call it? Which kind of noun? Yes, it is a proper noun. Okay, and the next noun, wisdom, what it is? Is it a name of someone special? No. Then can you see wisdom? Can you touch? No, right? So wisdom is what? Right, abstract noun. Okay, so here we found two types of noun, two kinds of nouns. Birbal is a proper noun, whereas wisdom is a abstract noun. Let's go for the other one. The bottle is made of glass. The bottle is made of glass. Now, our work. Find out the nouns. Yes, can you do it? Okay, so I got it. Shall I? Okay, the first one is bottle and the other one is, yes, glass. Now we got the nouns. Now what kind of nouns? Bottle, it is a common noun, and glass, what it is? It's made of glass. So glass here it is a material. Okay, so two nouns we found. Bottle is common noun and glass is a material noun. Okay, now the next one. Write C if the noun underlined is countable, and U if it is uncountable. So what it means? If the noun which is underlined, it is countable. If you can count them, then it is a C, that is countable noun. And if the noun underlined is uncountable, then it is a uncountable. That means you will write U there. Shall we start? The first one. Usha is reading her lesson. Usha is reading her lesson. Okay, now here, which is the word underlined? Lesson. Now, Usha is also a noun, but it is not underlined here. Which is the word underlined? Lesson. So, what is lesson? Countable or uncountable? You have lessons, right? First lesson, second, lesson number 3, lesson number 4, and so on. So, can you count lessons? Of course, yes. So, it is what? C, countable. Okay, the second one. Did you eat any food? Which is the word underlined? Food. Okay, so what is food now? Can you count? Any food? 1 food? 2 food? We cannot say, right? So here, food, you cannot count them. So what is food? Which noun? Yes, uncountable noun. Okay, so I hope you are followed what we are doing. You are able to find out the nouns easily. Okay, now I have one more assignment for you. Let's see what is that. Okay, so now we have done 2 exercises. Okay, now there is one more assignment which you are supposed to do it. You are supposed to solve it. Now, if you have followed our lesson properly, then it is very easy to find out. Okay, now let's see what is the assignment here. Pick out the nouns and write what kind of noun it is. Okay, so what it is saying? Pick out the nouns and write what kind of noun it is. So it is same the way we have done the previous one. Okay, so you know what you are supposed to do. Okay, so first you will pick out the nouns. Your work is to find out the nouns. So don't forget that. Many times it happens when such types of questions come for your examination, for writing the exam. During that time, you forget one part. Okay, most of the time it happens. For example, it is said pick out the nouns and write what kind of noun it is. Now you are so sure about the answer that you just write the nouns and then the rest part you totally forget. Okay, you forgot to write, then over. Nothing, half mark only you will get. So just read the question properly. So there are 2 parts here. What is the first part? You have to pick out the noun and then you have to write what kind of noun it is. Okay, so just write it down. The first one, I'll read it for you so that you can write quickly. Shall I start? Okay, the first one. The crowd was very big. The crowd was very big. So, what you will do first? First you will take out, find out, identify which one is the noun in this sentence. So, you will write the word down, you will pick it out and then you are going to write what type, what kind of noun it is. Okay, now the second one. Always speak the truth. Always speak the truth. Done? Now the third one. He is wearing a gold chain. He is wearing a gold chain. Fourth one. Neha is a girl. Neha is a girl. Yeah. So these are 4 sentences which I have given you. So just try to find out, pick out the noun and then write what kind of noun it is. I hope it is very much clear now. You have followed what all things were explained. Okay, I hope you have written down in between so important points so that you can recollect them whenever you require them. Okay, so we'll stop here for the day. Okay then, bye. See you again very soon.